Hello everybody, I'm so happy to be back today. I know it took me a little longer than I had said and hoped for me to get back into videos, but I'm here now and I don't really want to do too much talking like I usually do because I have a lot to show you today and I kind of just want to get the video out and get it uploaded. This is my third time making this video. I made it last week and the week before, but things have changed and I didn't get the opportunity to actually upload those videos. So I figured I would start fresh, show you everything I have to show you, and then hopefully get it uploaded today or tomorrow. So the last time you saw me, I was working on Christmas ornaments, and I finished quite a few this year. A lot more than I did the last 2 years that I did them. I did two. 2 years. Yes, two. What? Yes. Anyways, I have some here with me that I kept, and then I did give some away, so I took pictures of those, and I will show you those pictures after we talk about the ones that I have here. This first one, I know I had it as a whip, but I finished it and then I finished it into a flat felt ornament. Now, the color choice for the felt is kind of loud and not really Christmas-like, but I thought it was fun and I like it. So it looks like this. I know it's not like everybody's taste, but I have a tendency to be a little bit more whimsical, I guess, maybe, than a lot of people, so I thought it was a lot of fun. Okay, the next one I have to show you, I did have this stitched up, but I didn't have it finished in an ornament, and it is the peace one with little snowmen. And I just finished it into a pillow ornament like that. A little bow on top. I think it's really nice how it came out. The next one is the Santa Clauses. I said that I was going to try to do 6 of these Santa Clauses, but it did not turn out that way. I finished this one Santa Claus, and then I put the rest away, but I do have the patterns printed out and all the fabric and the flosses ready for them. So I think over this year, I'll try to stitch them up and then have them ready for next year. It's just that I wanted to do ornaments for other people, and then by the time I had those done, I only had a few weeks left to do other ornaments for my tree. And these took a lot of time. Well, this one took a lot of time. I can't say these because I didn't do them all, but I like how it turned out. And I did it for my husband, so he liked it. He likes old-fashioned Santas. So I finished that one as a flat ornament. And he has the same backing as the peace ornament. I couldn't remember what it was called. The next one I did was from this year's Just Cross Stitch Ornament Special magazine. And it is a deer ornament for 2014. I like to do deer ornaments with the year on them. I did one last year. I figured I'll do one every year like that. It'll be like a little tradition. And this one I just finished as a flat finish too. And this last one that I have physically here to show you is just so adorable. It was from a Just Cross Stitch magazine, but there's like a whole series of these. It's by the Victoria Sampler, and it is a little deer in a tart tin. I almost said tart pan, but I guess you could say that. And it's adorable. Look at it. I'm like, but yeah, look how cute that is. So I actually did another one of these with a little baby squirrel. I ordered the patterns. They have them on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and they have a series of them, Woodland Babies they're called. I got the one with the squirrel, and I forget what else was in there. Maybe a chipmunk and a raccoon or something like that. They have a whole bunch of them. But I did get the one with the squirrel, and I did the squirrel for my sister-in-law. I'll show you it now. I love the idea of these. I never really thought of doing this or saw anything like this until this year when I saw it in the magazine. I don't know if this is from this year or a year ago, but I was flipping through the magazines and I saw it. I did buy different tart pans. I got these at AC Moore. They were a little more expensive than if you buy them on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I didn't realize 1, 2, 3 Stitch had them, and I did order the buttons and the buttons for the other ornaments from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, so I could have ordered the tins, but they weren't that much money. And they're sturdy. You know how it is. I don't know. Okay, and my next finish I have to show you is the Halloween Cove by the Bay Needle Arts. I finally finished it. I just finished it Monday. I'd been working on it on and off for the last couple months because I picked up stone roses again, and I've been doing a lot of work on that one. And I started a stitch along on the Cross Stitch and Discuss 2 Facebook page for Valentine's Day, so I'll show you guys those two. But I didn't consistently work on this one, so it took a little longer than I would like. But I love how it turned out. It's so cute. And this is what it looks like. I'm trying to see if I get it all in the camera. But I just love their patterns, and I do have a couple more of their patterns already with the fabric. So I'm hoping to stitch more in the time coming. I have plans for this year already, so I don't know if I'm going to be stitching more this year, but they're just adorable. I did use beads for the eyes and stuff because French knots are still killing me. I tried so hard on this one. I'm like, okay, and I even watched a video. I'm like, wrap it around the needle and bring it back down. And I guess we can't be good at everything. I don't know. That sounds kind of snotty, but I'm not. It's not, because I'm not good at everything, obviously. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a few things that I've acquired over the last month or so. I didn't really get myself much, but I did get a few things. It was my birthday, so. And then I got a few gifts, and one thing that I got from a YouTuber was really nice. I got a gift in the mail from Young 40 Mom. I read it because I didn't want to get it wrong. I think most of us are subscribed to her. Her name's Alicia, and if you're not, you should go and subscribe to her channel. I'll link it below. She was very, very sweet to send me this stuff. She just contacted me one day and said, I have some things in my stash that reminded me of you, and I knew that you would like, so if you don't mind, I'll send it to you. And I said, you can. And I thought it was very nice. So, let me show you what she sent me. She sent me this pattern with a nice little poem on it, and it's about children leaving footprints on your heart, and it's very sweet. And it looks like that. And I thought that would be nice to stitch and put in my son's room. And then she sent me another pattern that looks like it would be good for a child's room too. And it's kind of like medieval-ish, little whimsical, cute patterns that look like that. You guys can see that, right? Yep. And Alicia makes her own patterns, so she made this pattern and she sent me this, and it's called Needleworker's Shower. It says, Needleworkers shower you with love. She said that I could give this away or stitch it up, and I think I'm going to stitch it and give it to somebody because it's appropriate, this saying is. And it's really cute. It has a little teddy bear on it, and it looks like that. And then the really, really, really awesome pattern she sent me was this one, and it's from the Victorians Across America by Debbie Patrick. I have a ton of these patterns, but I didn't have this one. And she knows me very well because she knows how much I love Cape May, and this one is the Cape May Street pattern, and it looks like that. It's beautiful and it's perfect, and I do love Cape May, and anybody who watches my videos knows how much I love going down there and visiting and buying patterns, which are houses that are in Cape May, and these are absolutely houses that are in Cape May, and this is just, it's beautiful, and I thank you so much for your very thoughtful gift, and it was so nice of you to send me this stuff. And make sure everybody checks out her channel. We're all very friendly and support our fellow stitchers. So everybody say hi to her. I did get two gifts from my sister-in-law that were cross-stitch related for Christmas. She got me a giant basket full of just stuff that I would love, like a book on tea, because I love tea, and owl statues, and an owl basket, and a whole bunch of just wonderful stuff. But she included two cross-stitch patterns, and they're little booklets on lighthouses, and they look like this. I'm always peeking around to make sure you guys can see that. I don't want it to be out of focus. And there's one that looks like this. I absolutely love this little sampler here. It's just too cute right there. Then I know I mentioned that I'm doing a stitch along on the group Cross Stitch and Discuss 2. It's for Valentine's Day, and I had to get the threads for the one that I'm doing. I'll show you guys that in a little while. But I went through my stash that night because it was my birthday coming up, and my husband said, you know, get what you want and some things that you would like to have because it's your birthday. I'm like, ooh, goody. But I picked up a few other things besides the threads for that pattern. Now, in my stash, I had these Victorian houses that I bought in Cape May probably 5-6 years ago. Not 6, but probably 5 years ago when I went down there on vacation. And I've had them kitted up in my stash with the threads for years. So I decided that this year, while I'm doing my stone roses and working on other small things, that I wanted to stitch these houses up because they've been sitting there so long. It's just unfair. I keep buying stash but not stitching the older stuff that I have, so I decided to get the fabric to go with the houses. So the one that I'm going to stitch is the Carson Mansion, and it looks like that. It's supposed to be done on 14 count white Aida, but I got 32 count linen. I prefer to stitch on 32 count linen. It's just what I like to stitch on. And I got it in the color Raw Natural. And it looks like that, if you want to see. Just a piece of linen. So that's one of the things I bought when I bought a little haul on 123 Stitch. Whee! We're so excited, right? That's how I feel. I mean, I watch your videos, guys, and when you get stuff from 123 Stitch or wherever you get it from, I'm like, yes, get that stash, because I really can't justifiably buy too much more stash. I'm stashed out. If you want to see kind of the color palette, I'll just lift up the bag because there's a lot of DMC in there, and it's done with DMC. And I've had these in here forever, so I figured it's time to do that. So I have that all kitted up and ready to go, and I will be starting that once I'm done with the other one that I'm working on. I actually started it yesterday, so I'll show you that in a minute. I thought I just heard a little dog bark. Where is it? Our neighbor's dog, you know, looking out the window. Our neighbor's dog gets in our yard sometimes. He leaves his fence and he comes in the yard and he barks at me. And I'm like, why are you in my yard barking at me? He's a vicious little dog. He's tiny. He's a golden doodle? No, he's a something doodle. He's part poodle, part something, but he's tiny. He's so mean. He's vicious. So a new pattern that I decided to pick up on 123 Stitch is this one by Chessie and me. It's called Buzzing Round You, and it's perfect for me because we all know I love sheep and I love bees, and it's just adorable. Speaking of bees, I'm officially a beekeeper. I have joined a beekeeping society in my county, and I have officially gone to beekeeping school. It started on Saturday, and my next class is this Saturday, and it was so much fun just to learn about beekeeping and the bees, and they will be coming in April, and we have beehives, and we have bee suits. Yes, I have a bee suit. Would you guys like to see me wearing my bee suit one day? Maybe I'll put my veil on and do a video, and that would be so fun. But yes, I love bees and I love sheep, so this was perfect. So I got the linen to go with it. It was one of those 123 Stitch when you buy a pattern and you could just check off the one little check mark and it gives you the thread and the fabric and everything to go with it. I love it when it's like, sometimes it just lists the supplies and you're like, oh, I gotta go hunting down the supplies, but I love when you can just check and add it to the cart. So that's what I did, and this little tiny piece of linen goes with it. It's pretty. And it is done in classic Colorworks threads, flosses, stuff, whatever you prefer to call it. And I'm not going to go through each and every color name, but I'll fan it out so you can vicariously through your computer monitor pet it a little bit, because I know you want to. And if you don't, you should reevaluate your imagination maybe, because petting floss is fun. It's like a pet, kind of like your dog. See? But yes, that's the color palette for it. It's only a few colors, and it should be very pretty. Only problem, and I don't know if you guys saw it, and you know me, and it stuck out like a sore thumb as soon as you saw this pattern, is that the entire body of the sheep is French knots. So I'm gonna have to learn soon how to do those. And some people can just do them like that without a problem, and they're just so easy. And I know that I am not the only one that can't do them, but I need to learn them. I've watched videos and I've tried, and I've tried with pearl cotton, you know, the bigger type of thread, and because sometimes they say if you try to learn with the thicker floss at first, you can pick it up, but I can't. I can't. So angry. No, I'm really not. I'll figure it out. It's my shame. It's my shame in life. Many years from now, they'll find journals, and my great-great-grandchildren will be shamed if anybody finds the journals that says that I couldn't make a French knot. So, now I have my whips to show you, and the first one I'm going to show you is the stitch along one that I keep talking about, the Valentine's stitch along. This started on January 14th, and it goes till February 14th. And so I picked this little cute Bent Creek Valentine one. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad on that. But it's one of the photo booth series called Love Happens. Love Happens, and we all know I love Bent Creek. I've had this in my stash for a while, and it came with the fabric. I just had to buy the floss, and this is my progress on it. I haven't consistently worked on this, so it's going along a little slow, but I'll get it done in time. Hello. I think it's really cute, and when it's done, I'm gonna frame it up in a nice little frame that stands up. What are those even called? A standing frame? And I'm gonna give it to my husband, so he has one to take to work with him, because he's been dying to take one to work and display on his desk. And I can't wait for that. It's a nice little Valentine's gift for him. Okay, my next whip is the Abbey, which is this Cape May house. It's a house down in Cape May, if you guys don't know that. It's my favorite house in Cape May, and I've had this, the same as the Carson Mansion, kitted up with the threads in my stash for a lifetime, it seems. And I decided that I wanted to get the fabric and work on it this year. So I got a piece of 32 count linen to work on that with it as well. This one is very small, and when the linen came, I was concerned because it was a very small piece of linen, but the finished size is going to be 7 by 5. So it's a plenty big piece of linen. It's like a 9 by 13 piece. But this is my progress on it. I started it yesterday. So it's just that little bit there. It kind of looks crooked because it's how it's in the Q-snap. Because of the size of the fabric, I have to use my little Q-snap with it, which is, it's okay. I don't like to use the little Q-snap for, you know, something that's going to be kind of big, but I don't have a choice here. I tried the other one. I do have to get out my lap frame and try it again. So that's my progress on that. It's going to look really, right now, like I don't like it. Like when I was stitching it yesterday, I'm like, I don't like this. It looks stupid. But then I realized that all the back stitching adds like the gingerbread effect to it, you know, that Victorian houses have. So I think it'll look pretty neat when it's done. So I have to show you Stone Roses because I've been working on Stone Roses again, and I've made some progress on it. This thing is immense, and it's going to take me forever to finish, but I don't mind. So it, you know, I've worked on it again for weeks maybe, but it doesn't look like I've gone very far. But here's my progress. Last time you saw it, I had the top here and where it curves around here done. So everything besides that is new progress. I'm going to wave it around just to make sure you're getting a good view of it. I have not worked on it in a few weeks because I was finishing up the Halloween Cove and working on the Valentine's one and starting that Victorian house one. Last time you saw me with Stone Roses, I was feeling a little angry towards it. I didn't like it. I felt like it was a little tiresome and boring, but since I picked it back up, I love it. I can't wait to stitch it again. I can't wait to finish it. I think it's perfect. I like it now. I don't know if I was just, I don't know, just not feeling it at the time, but now I like it much more. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty, and it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And I do enjoy stitching it now a lot. So much so that I can't wait to start another memorabilia, which is usually how it happens. I hear that a lot of people do a memorabilia and then they become addicted and they just always do memorabilias. But yeah, I have a lot on my wish list. That's all I have to show you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I guess I'll see you in like another month or 2 weeks or so when I have more progress to show you. And I hope everybody's having a great time stitching, getting a lot done. And if you're not, I hope you get the opportunity to stitch real soon, because it's just so much fun, isn't it? Thanks for watching again, and happy stitching. Bye!